Hello, this is Bane. You're listening to the Converted Podcast. Enjoy the show, and when you are done, you have my permission to squee.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild on Airy Peak Convert to Raid. With you as always is Salmisis the Shaman, Belshnickle the Priest, and Navox the Warrior. It's about to get real. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 38 of the Converted Podcast. Today is August 4th. We want to thank you guys for tuning into our show this evening. I am Belshnickle, back in the saddle, and with me I've got my two co-hosts, Navox and Sal.
What's up, guys?
In this episode, we have a theme. Heroic raiders are in the house. Waaria and Ayr will be with us tonight. Nate debuts his little secret, and Belshnickle!
Yes.
Heck yeah. Yeah, Bell. Welcome back, man. We missed you on the last show. How's your vacation?
Dude, it was good, man. Got a little R&R up in Massachusetts, man. It was nice. It was good to get away, man. But it's good to be back with you guys, man. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling rested, man. Rejuvenated. You know what I'm saying? I'm fired up. So I'm ready to go.
Blazin had told us that your money wasn't any good up in Boston there.
Let me tell you something about Blazin, man. Like, from the time I met Blazin in Boston to the time I went home, I don't think I spent one dime. And, like, believe me, I wanted to. I was practically throwing my credit card at people, and he would just run up and pick it up and, like, throw it in the trash, man. Like, homeboy, yeah, he took care of me, man. Blazin's a man. You know, I got love for that dude. So it was a good time. It was definitely a good time.
Awesome.
Well, you missed two really good guests.
You know, yeah, it was weird watching it too from home. Like, you know, it's just the weirdest thing. You're watching the show and you're watching it unfold and stuff. And I gotta give props to Sushi, man, because he held it down. You know, he broke it down, like a champ. So Sushi did his thing, man, and it was good, man. You guys, the guests were great, and it was fun to watch it, man. But I'm glad to be back though too. I'm feeling good tonight, you know.
But here's the thing about last week's episode.
Yeah, we need to talk about that real quick. And we had talked about it. Sal and I had a meeting before the show. We're like, we're going to experience some technical difficulties left, right, and center. We're just like, let's not talk about the technical difficulties on the show. And the show actually went smooth. We were pretty happy with it. Really smooth,
yeah.
And then afterwards, I went to go upload it to YouTube. And I went to go click on upload. And I figured, okay, that's it. Go to bed.
Just walked away.
And that's it.
For like 3 days.
For like... So in that time, I didn't realize that you have to actually highlight your video in order to keep it. So my apologies to Tetanus, to Kaizen, and to all of our listeners out there who were, you know, expecting a show, last week. It just is gone. It's gone out in the internet.
Well, everyone that was here live, absolutely.
Everyone here live got to see it, but
time.
It won't happen this time. We're good.
I'll tell you what, though, a tetanus shot was hype.
Yeah, he was hype.
Yes,
he was hype.
Yes, he was.
Wow.
We're gonna make that happen again.
Awesome.
We gotta make that happen again.
And then we had Kaizen on, which was my bad because it's a friend of me and Bell, and I should have scheduled it while Belshnickle was here.
So maybe the problem with the show, it was, it's destiny. We need to have Bell on for Kaizen to be here and all that stuff. So
yeah, it was meant to be, just to lose.
It was bound to happen.
Yeah. The show went way too smooth for us to for nothing to have happened. Yeah. So when I found out about that, I was like, well, spilt milk and all that. So okay, sorry guys. The episode 37 is the lost episode. Anyway, we're still talking about Belshnickle.
Yep. Yeah, so let me give you guys a little bit of a quick rundown of what went down in Boston. So I go to Boston, right, to meet up with Blazin, right, and I'm waiting over there, by South Station, waiting for him to pick me up. It was kind of reminiscent to when he picked me up at BlizzCon. I'm standing there at the street corner, waiting for somebody to pick me up, and boom, there comes Blazin. But I get into the car, right, and he hands me this, all right, And if you guys watching in the chat room, he hands me, an
Have
Old
we got a new
Spice.
sponsor?
We got a new sponsor. No, we don't really have a sponsor, but it'd be kind of cool. We got the nice. So he gave me an Old Spice Pure Sport, deodorant. Now people are probably gonna think like, what's going on? Does Belshnickle smell funny? You know what I'm saying? Like, and let me tell you guys
Yes.
for real, like Belshnickle has good scent. You know what I'm saying? When you come up to me, walk up to me, you can smell me anytime, any day. It's gonna smell good. It's actually quite delectable. But that's beside the point, right? So he hands me the deodorant, and we told this story a long time ago, and it was at BlizzCon. When I got to the hotel, I had taken a shower, I couldn't find my deodorant, and come to find out, I didn't pack any for some weird reason, thinking I wouldn't need deodorant at BlizzCon. It kind of blended into the crowd, right? So I call up Blazin because he's gonna pick me up, and I'm like, dude, can I get some deodorant? Take me to the store. And anyway, he picks it up for me. So that's the inside joke of the Old Spice. But he said every time he sees me, he's gonna hand me one of these. But I'm just putting it out there now. If he hands me one at BlizzCon, it's not because I smell bad. That it's just kind of part of the thing, But dude, we had a good time. I went to a Red Sox game. Red Sox won. And it was a great time, man. We had a good time hanging out. We met there was some girls in front of us we got to talk to that were kind of like from like, no, it wasn't even like that, Sal. Don't even turn your head like that, right? These girls were like from England, and they were like traveling the entire U.S. for like 6 months or whatever. It was cool, man. We had a great time.
Awesome.
So that was that. Back in Florida now. Haven't been playing much WoW. I'm getting some pressure, man, to get my mage raid ready. I got to get a cloak for the mage. And that right there has kind of been the big, like, I don't want to do that. So we'll see.
Right.
But I might do that. I've been playing some HOTS, Heroes of the Storm, when I can. They're going through a lot of changes in that game. I'm loving that still. And a bunch of Hearthstone. The Nax. Have you guys played Nax yet?
No, not yet.
Nax is pretty cool. Nax is nice. The first thing was free. So I've been doing some of that. And that's pretty much it, man. Oh, wait, the big thing. Football's back. We had some live football on last night.
God.
For all you convert to raid football peeps, man, like it's time. Our time is now. Fantasy football preparations are underway, and I'm actually going to be live streaming my first. I do most of my drafts online, right? I'm sorry, live, but I'm doing a live stream of my first online draft coming up August 21st at 9 p.m. Eastern for you fantasy nerds out there. If you want to check that out, I'll be doing that. So that's what I'm up to, man. Just a lot of fantasy football and. Just getting back into the Florida groove, But last thing is I'm going to Texas next weekend.
What?
Yes, I'm going to Austin for a wedding, so I'm excited about that. Yeah, man. I got my dolphin stuff, man. I'm gonna wear this down into Texas, man. And just kind of do my thing, kind of flaunt it. No, I'm going there for a wedding just to hang out with some friends from college. But
the best part about Austin.
And
sushi's there. Yeah, that's true.
Sushi Dunlock and
Dunlock is way far away from Austin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like a 4 or 5 hour drive from Austin.
Ah, gotcha.
But I'll be there from Friday to Monday, so it should be cool. And
so
that's pretty
the
much
best part about Austin, which you won't experience, but it's Tito's, and anyone from Austin will tell you that Tito's is a really good thing. No. Tito's is a vodka.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's me in Austin.
I'm a chef from Tito. But Sal, man, what have you been up to, man? What have you been doing? We don't even talk anymore, Sal.
You say that every 2 weeks.
No, but
so you should call
see,
me more.
I say it all the time, but it's true, and it kind of hurts me a little bit because back in the day, when the show was in its infantile, prepubescent stage.
Yeah, we used to call each other.
We used
and
to call
argue
each
all
other,
the
man.
time.
We would talk. It wasn't that bad. But now it's like, Sal, it's just like, I'll see you when I see you, man. Like, what's the deal? What have you been up to? I want to know.
Well, first of all, you know what football means. Navox, I don't know if you understand this, but it means the goodbye to Bell for, until
That's
the
not even
playoffs
true,
start.
man. That is not even true. It's just goodbye to Bell on Sundays, Monday nights, Thursday night.
Yeah, we were messaging you all day yesterday, man.
Yesterday was a kind of a chill day, man. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see him every other Monday. No, I'm exaggerating, obviously, but yes, definitely into your fantasy football. But here's some news. I have news. I don't really need to play WoW anymore.
Oh, really?
What is that all about?
I've won the game.
Oh, really? You took down Heroic Gary?
No. I finally have it. I have the trinket that I wanted for, just after so long. I finally have the coveted toxic totem.
Wait,
I got it on
from
a
the
bonus
shaman?
roll. from the
Is
Dark
it,
Shaman.
Really?
Did you get a heroic, or did you get a Warforged one? Or was it just a plain one?
It was from normal. It was from normal raid.
Oh, so it wasn't really like the best one.
So now all my
it
gear
really
is from-
wasn't. So it's
Oh,
just,
okay.
normal
it's just
That's
raid.
cool.
normal.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Sal, that's cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
So yeah, what else? What else you got?
Yeah, what else?
That's messed up. No, it's cool, Sal. You know, I'm happy
That
for you,
is
Sal.
cool.
I am genuinely happy for you, man. That is fantastic because I know how badly you wanted
You've been
that.
chasing it for the past.
I'm happy for
like,
you, man. I'm
couple
just messing.
months.
But now
too.
I gotta get Warforged.
No, you don't.
heroic.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You're still cool.
You mean I haven't won the game?
No. No.
No.
Anyway, he's talking about Blazin. Blazin can now stop texting me in the middle of the night, bragging about how he has the totem, toxic totem already. That's it, Blazin.
Blazin would never do
I
that.
have it now.
He would never do that.
He's done it a lot. I guess he got it like a week and a half ago, and all I hear is just like, bring in the middle of the night. Toxic totem is mine. Bring. He's like texting me.
That's foul.
He's hit me up in game. Like I've got my like client on, you know, the Blizzard client on. I'm not even signed into the game. I just have my computer on, so the client's on, and I'm not even in the game, and he's still messaging me, like linking his toxic totem.
Man.
Nice.
Hey, he loves his totem.
No, he loves teasing me.
Ah.
So and Haster as well. Haster gets me on group me. He's like, I have it already. No. I have it, and all as well as with the world.
Shield Bearer is selling a spot on their raid team for a shaman run for 10k gold, Sal, if you want.
Excuse me?
Shield Bearer is selling a spot on their run, on their heroic Dark Shaman run for 10k gold if you want to buy it.
Only if I'm guaranteed the. No, you.
He's
do
just
you-
trolling you.
Does Nate even kill Dark Shaman on heroic? He does, doesn't he?
Yes.
Okay. Well.
He
Okay.
actually tanks it. He's the third tank for our run. Yes.
Oh, you killed Dark. Yeah, I do have a bunch of heroic gear actually, and I got it all from you, Navox. So there's that. Okay. Okay. Spencer has 3. Okay. Thank you, Spencer. Stop. Okay. I would like to know about Navox.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
How are you
Okay.
doing?
I'm doing all right. This weekend I went up to the Tampa Bay Comic-Con. It was nice. I've never been before, so it was a lot of fun, and I discovered that I missed half the con. That when you went upstairs, they filter you into the Tampa Bay Convention Center to the there's like different floors. They filter you into the top floor, and that's the showroom floor, and they have all sorts of artists. They have loads and loads of comics. Lots of people, cosplayed, dressed up and whatnot. And I didn't realize that while that was all happening, I walked the whole showroom 3 or 4 times. I'm like, oh, this is great. We're done. When we left, we had discovered that the rest of the convention was on the very bottom floor. And they had panels. They had,
Come on, man.
oh my God, they had hundreds of people cosplaying down there. They had, I think it was called Deadpool Con, actually. Everybody showed up in a Deadpool costume, but they had some really, really cool cosplay actors there. I think they had some professional guys there dressed up like 40K. I mean, these guys were like, honest to God, these guys stood like 8 feet tall in these big suits of armor. And I was standing there in my like Blizzard garb. I was like, oh, these guys are like, StarCraft. And they were like, "Urgh." But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'll definitely go next year.
Do that face again, man.
What's that?
That face. Do that face again. Yeah.
But
awesome.
other than that, we've been our raid team's been working on Heroic Siege Crafter, and that's a lot of fun. Not really, but I think we're going to make a lot more headway this week and hopefully get him down. But other than that, I've been working on a cloak for another warrior. I've been leveling my Warlock, which I really like. I didn't like casting classes. I really like the Warlock. I'm trying to speed this up. And I was playing a lot of Street Fighter 4 and Destiny Beta when it was free. But other than that, that's been my past 2 weeks.
You've been busy, bro.
Yeah,
Good,
I've been pretty busy.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah. So I think we should bring Waaria on.
Let's get Waaria in here, man, because we got 2 guests tonight. Let's do this.
Yeah, we do.
All right, I'm bringing him in.
So tonight we're going to be talking about heroic raiding. because we have heroic raiders on. Waaria is very first, and he's really excited.
Well, hello, everyone.
Hey.
What's going on, Warrior man? Is your camera ready to
up?
roll or what, man?
I might not have accepted the video. Hang on.
That's
there
all right,
we go.
baby.
Let's try that again. I am very sad to hear that everyone's belittling your efforts of getting that totem. I will say
Thank
that,
you.
I will say that you are second place because I am first place because I have a Warforged one.
Wow, so he just came on the show. Well, but before we get started, everybody, this is Waaria from Droppin Jeeves, one of the CTR most advanced raid team. Man, this guy's been rocking heroic content for a long time. He's here to drop some knowledge tonight. But Waaria, man, before we get too deep, man, you're trolling Sal already, man. Like, you literally just came on, man. It's been like 5 seconds, and Sal's hearing it, man.
I have.
He's laying it
I
on you,
thought
Sal.
it'd be the nice thing to do to give her some reassurance. They will come eventually. It's just a matter of time.
Sal's about to start crying here.
I got it.
You have it, just not
Got
the
the
right
normal
one.
one.
I had the
But how-
LFR one for a really, really long time.
Well, that was better than what I had because I just showed up to heroic without even. Well, no, I had that for our heroic kill, but I did not have that for our normal kill. So be happy you had that on me for as long as you did, and it just shows how better you are of a shaman than I am.
So Warrior, man, like let's get right into it, man. Like Warrior, so who are you, man? Like, you know, what's the deal, man? Break it down. Tell me who Warrior is, man. Let's start with that.
Well, Waaria is a Draenei shaman. He was Horde originally.
Okay.
And what happened was, I know, shocking. What I loved about the shaman was that the fact it was a way of describing how spellcasting worked. Because I read the Rise of the Horde book and Lord of the Clans book, and hearing how Drekthar was describing the shaman and how they get their powers and how they literally ask the elements for help. And I thought that was really cool. So since then, I've been leveling a shaman since then. That was about Wrath, but I've been playing since vanilla, since I think when Zul'Grav came out as far as leveling, and then BC was where I started to raid.
Okay. Awesome,
Okay.
man. So you're BC, man. That's when I started, man, getting in there.
Yeah, it was a 10-man Kara runs as
That
far
was
as
it, man.
So what I was gonna say was you were playing horror before, but then what brought you over to CTR?
Well, what brought me over is I left the game when Canada launched, and that was just because of real life issues. It was just I couldn't play anymore. So I came back around when Throne of Thunder came out, and when I came back, the server I was playing on wasn't that populated. It was a medium pop server back when I was playing, but the guild I was in kind of felt a little empty, and it was just not the same as it used to be because we didn't have a raid team except for occasionally running MSV 10. So when I was listening to podcasts, I heard about Convert to Raid and hearing the Haven that was over at Airy Peak, and I tried it out. Loved the community that you guys were building for it. So you said, you know what? I'm going to bring my 190 tune, transfer it over, and I've been happy ever since with
So
raiding.
you jumped right in, man.
Oh,
Awesome.
man.
Now, is this team that you're on
Awesome.
now is the same team that you started with? Or have you been on
No.
multiple teams since you've been over here?
I started with freelance, with trying to find a place. I had tried running with the casuals, but it just didn't work out for my schedule, and I just didn't perform my best because they were doing Heroic Throne of Thunder when I just had LFR gear from Throne. And I know Darius says bring the skill and player, not the class, but it didn't seem quite right with it, and I felt it wasn't quite right for me. So I was mulling around, and one day I popped in and saw that they needed a healer on Saturday's Droppin Jeeves team, so I popped in and enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun, and our raid leader said, well, we actually need a DPS spec for our shaman if you want to do it. It's like, of course I'll do it. Why would I not do it? I'd love raiding.
That's awesome.
And you've been there ever since.
Ever since. And I've been with them since the entirety of Siege of Orgrimmar, except for maybe the first week when the patch launched for it.
Okay.
What are you guys working on? What are you guys working on right now?
Well, right now we're actually taking a break. One of our team members has decided to unsub for the time being just because it's been a year and there's no signs of an expansion until now.
Yeah.
All right.
So we
Whoa,
decided...
really?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. What are you talking about?
Well, a little
Signs.
bird had told me via on our Facebook page that they are doing a live stream on August 14th at 9:30 Pacific time to reveal the release date and the opening cinematic for the game.
That's pretty exciting, man. I
Opening
was seeing that
cinematic.
on Twitter today. That's awesome. It's about time, man.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
No, I just said it's about time. That's good. We need some more
Yeah.
information, you know?
It is about time for that, and I'm excited. So we'll probably be back into it. We're just taking a month off for now. We'll probably get back in September to work on Siegecraft or Blackfuse. We actually just killed Thok before we decided to take the break, so we're very happy to get that kill for them.
So the whole team is
Cool.
on break right now at this point, right?
Well, yeah, right now
Okay.
we're kind of just taking a break for our comp, and then we're working out with some people right now who want to join our group and become a full 20-man team with it. And we're looking for even more. So if you're interested, please drop us a line. You can talk to myself or Zaire or Akam, who are our raid leaders. And
Okay.
and it would be wonderful to have you all. We're a heroic team. We have a casual mindset, but we do, when that poll timer comes out, it's
It's time
important
to rock.
for us. Yeah, it's time to pull all the stops for it as far as taking down that boss with it.
Dude, I gotta say,
Awesome.
man, I love your shirt, bro. Can you hold that up a little bit, Matt, so I can see that? That looks
Yeah.
nice, man.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I figured
I'm
I'd
feeling
find
that, man.
the Warrior shirt
I'm
for
feeling that.
this podcast here.
But
Just
aren't
'cause
you
I
a
could.
shaman?
Yeah.
I am a shaman, but when I first started, I actually was a warrior, and
Girl.
I was a warrior, and then I never had an opportunity to tank.
Like, his tanks, warriors don't make very good tanks, do they? They're not that good.
Oh no,
here we
they
go.
were all right. They were all right.
Warriors don't tank. I mean,
No, they just DPS, and that's it,
there's
right?
a few good warrior DPS out there, but tanks. I mean,
I mean, I don't know what Prot is for. I mean, honestly, I just can't figure that out.
For heroic siegecraft.
Now check it out, Warrior, right? Like normally during the show and stuff, we always get into like, what people are doing in game and stuff like that. Like what tell us something about you, like real life stuff, man. Like what are you into besides gaming? I know we don't usually go that way, but I'm just curious, man. Like, what else are you into, man? Like give me some in-depth information.
Well, I'm
man.
which way are you
actually-
talking about?
Well, I can say that you're probably asking the worst person for that, because I am actually a pretty avid gamer.
That's all right, man.
But I do enjoy like working out and enjoying myself and trying to hang out with friends and such, and
Okay.
getting back into the groove of things. I'm trying to get away from what I work right now in service and trying to find a better place for myself. But I'm happy where I am right now. I'm raiding. I'm having fun, playing a lot of games, trying to do a little blogging on the side. I just posted the release date info on the website that I got going for it.
So wait a minute, what's up
Awesome.
with this website, man? Break that down for us.
Oh, it's a Tumblr website where I go in and talk about news and reviews. And if I have time, I'll actually physically try to update it. But when I have time, you can catch me on the Northern Gamer on Tumblr,
Okay.
where you can see all
Cool.
sorts of news about Blizzard-related stuff, video game news and previews, and some editorials as well. I like to think I'm a pretty good writer. I like
That's
to
pretty
think
nice,
I came
man.
out of college with a knowledge and understanding of that.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome.
What other games are you playing, man? You said other games. What else are you into? Like other Blizzard titles or what? What are we doing?
Right now I played a lot of Hearthstone when I was back home for vacation on
a
the
good
old
man.
iPad, but love Borderlands. I've got all sorts of Final Fantasy games. I actually just finished another playthrough of Warcraft 3 because I wanted to play the story again. It's the
Yeah.
only reason- It happens like every year or so. I just want to replay that game again. But really, anything, and I'll give it a shot. An honest try, actually.
Awesome, man.
Awesome. Yeah, I just
Okay.
plugged. I put the show in the chat room, guys. I put his link to his
Oh, cool, yeah.
Tumblr page in the chat room.
Oh,
It's
sweet.
northern-gamer.tumblr.com.
That is awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Well, I want to ask you a question. So everything's changing to mythic and stuff. What do you think about the new raid system, with like the LFR being normal and then the heroic being normal, and
No,
the
Yeah, heroic's
mythic being
normal,
heroic, and
and then like
Heroic
normal
is
like
normal.
LFR. Flex. It's just one notch down, kind of.
Yeah, it's sort of the notch down sort of. I kind of like it because when I thought about it, it honestly reminds me of the old Blizzard days of Burning Crusade, where you had this upper echelon. If you need a hard cap of 20 to get a hardcore team going. That was kind of like with BC, because with Kara and Zulaman, it was a 10-man team. But to really get into raiding, really get into the harder stuff right there, that's going to be a 25-man team. And I think that's going to be really good for the game. because it's going to offer a sense of journey for the players to say, I want that gear. Because when they had mentioned that Mythic gear is going to be so different from LFR, Heroic, and normal gear, that was really exciting to hear. Because when I first started playing and seeing Tier 2, Tier 3 pieces on vanilla players, I wanted to get those pieces. And mistakenly, I tried going in as a tank with no dungeon gear whatsoever, trying to main tank next Rammus in Tier 3, and that was just an honest disaster. It was awful.
I got a question for you, man. Like, what do you think? Like, we have heroic rating right now. Like, part of me thinks that the mythic rating is going to be even harder than heroics are right now. Am I totally like making that up? Like to me, it seems like I think a lot of people are thinking like I think a lot of people are underestimating how difficult mythic's going to be. Am I alone in that, or what? What do you think?
I thought about this and I asked the team about this, and some of the older veterans are kind of saying, as comparison to BC days, yeah, rating is a lot easier. Mechanics are changed, and there's more variety and difference about them. But as far as like overall skill, there could be vast improvements with it. Because remember, they're trying to change from having tuning for 10 and 25 man teams who are doing this sort of heroic content and moving forward with trying to figure out how to tune everything. So having like a hard cap of 20, that's going to make it more difficult because they're going to make assumptions like you're going to have probably 2 mages. You're going to have a shaman or a hunter or something that's going to be able to bring all the debuffs, all the buffs, everything to the table. So mechanics are right out the door. I want to see what they're going to do with Mythic. I'm honestly excited about what they're going to do for the first tier when that comes out.
I think it's just going to be a nightmare till everybody gets gear and then learns the fights, and then it'll progress. It'll get easier and easier. Like I know like people think heroic now and they're like, oh, heroic's a lot harder. And it is. Initially it's harder, but then once you learn the fights, you're going in there and clearing it all, you're clearing up to a certain point in one night, and you eventually out gear everything, and then it's time to move on to another patch and another set of heroic and mythic instances and things like that.
Yeah,
but
like
it's
right
been the same.
Yeah, like right when you walk in the door after killing Garrosh, you think you're all tough. Like, yeah, I just down normal Garrosh. You walk up to Heroic Maurice, and he takes you down with one swirl because you decide to stand in front of it because you normally could survive it. Can't do that anymore.
No.
And with what I like about this expansion, there's actually been, I know for a couple of fights in each tier, there's been one where gear doesn't factor in. It's mechanics as well. Like at Dark Animus was kind of like that, where you could not outgear that fight. You have to figure out how to do the anima count and the like for it. And I think with this tier, it's Malkarok. There's just no way to outgear that fight because so much can go so wrong, especially in 10-man. We're working on Siegecrafter right now, so we're trying to see how that works out for us. But for right now, Malkarok's kind of that fight where mechanics are still going to kill you, even if you're in a 580 gear set, like a lot of us were when we finally got a pretty good kill with everyone still alive.
Well, good stuff, man. It sounds like you guys got it going on, man. Your team looks like you guys are doing your thing when you guys get back. I'm excited to keep hearing about Droppin Jeeves, man.
Yeah, I'm honestly thrilled. These guys are probably the most skilled players that I've had a pleasure of raiding with, and I want to thank all of them for joining us and letting me be a part of it. I think I'm probably the worst player here, as far as the team's concerned with, and that's saying a lot because we've got some really, really strong players, and I'm proud to work with all of them. And I hope to see them when we reach the other side of the Dark Portal if we all decide to stay together,
That's awesome. BlizzCon, man?
Awesome, man.
Would you go on to BlizzCon or what? What's the deal?
I cannot go to BlizzCon because I cannot afford it, and I did not decide to wait and camp out in front of the Invent Live and try to buy a $200 ticket from them. So, unfortunately, no. But I would like to go at some point. I think it'll be a time where I know an expansion for WoW is going to be around the corner. I don't even know what they're going to do for this BlizzCon.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think they're going to show more of the movie stuff.
I hope
they'll find something. They'll have something that's really cool.
At the very least, they'll do like, here's the first raid tier, and it will be open on this day, starting the official world first race with that.
Well, I'll tell you, I know people who are going to BlizzCon without actually having tickets to BlizzCon, because the best part of BlizzCon is the parties, and the CTR party is going to be epic and way bigger than it was last year.
What part of the country are you, Waaria? Can you show up? Are you East Coast or what?
I'm East Coast, man. I'm all the way out in New Hampshire, actually.
Okay, yeah,
the land of the hobbits.
Oh,
represent,
certain,
baby.
Yeah, what up? Although I do call sacrilege because you got a Zach Thomas jersey right there.
Dude, I'm straight up Dolphins, man. I'm not even going to try to front. You know what I mean? I'm from Massachusetts.
On,
I'll root for the Red Sox. You know, but don't even talk about the Patriots, man. Like we can't even go there. So I'm just weird like that, man. I'm Zach Thomas representing Dolphins, man. I got that's it. You know, season ticket holder. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like right here, baby. So it's,
all right.
It's right here. So
If you own season tickets, I'll give
that's
you
it,
credit
man. I'm
for
all
that.
in, baby. So, but no, I hear you, man. But yeah, I was up there, man. New England's kind of cold this year, man. You guys are having a really crappy summer, man. What's the deal?
I know it's been so cold. I kind of like it, but it's been either cold.
Yeah, whatever, Sal. Boo.
It's been either like kind of cold and miserable, or just humid and miserable. And it's never been like. There's been a couple good days this weekend where it's just like absolutely gorgeous and enjoying it, but for the most part, it's been kind of eh.
Yeah, man. I'm up there in Boston waiting for blazing outside. People are walking around with sweatshirts on. I'm like, what kind of summer is this? It's July.
Cold.
So.
Well.
Anyway, listen, man. It's been great having you on, dude. Keep doing your thing. And thanks for coming on, man. Taking the time out to be on The Converted, baby. It's good.
Thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure and an honor to be talking to you guys. So hope to catch you all in game.
Definitely, man. You got any
Absolutely.
shout outs before you
Thanks
go,
so
man?
much.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to, or are you good?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the team, of course, Droppin Jeeves. Grats to 11 and 14. We're going to get Garrosh before the expansion launch. I just know we will. And I want to thank my mom and dad. My mom just had her birthday yesterday.
Oh,
She's like
happy birthday to her, man.
really awesome. And also my brother too, because he's been really cool. He's like kind of looking up to me. It's like, oh man, if only I had the time to do what you do, I would love to be raiding with you. But it's just like he works as a chef, so he's got like odd hours as far as like working, so he can't raid with me. But he's really happy to see what I'm doing with the game, and it'd be nice to raid with him. But I know just things can't work out that way, you know.
Well, that's awesome, dude. Man, you seem like a great guy, and it's been good getting to know you, man. It's awesome.
All right, thanks guys. Take care.
All right, bro. You take it
All right,
easy, man.
man.
Thanks
See you
again.
in game.
See you, dude.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, he was really nice,
That
man.
was good.
Yeah, really nice guy.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yo, Sal, why you yawning? Why you yawning
right.
on the New England weather, man? What's the deal? Like New York is no better, probably.
Sorry,
Oh, no, I think it was all
spaced
football.
out. I thought we were talking about football.
Sal, that's horrible, man.
What?
Yo, so we got Air coming up, man. Air is like
We got Air
a friend to you, man. Like Sal has been talking about this guy Air forever, man. Like she's always like, oh, Air this, Air that. He's awesome. Everybody loves this guy, and we got him on the show tonight, man. I'm excited. I really am.
Yeah, well, get him.
Let's get him. All right, Air, we're getting you in here, man.
Okay, now while we're getting Air in, I'd like to make a big announcement to everyone that's listening. There's a ticket. Blazin is selling a ticket. He's got a $200 ticket that he needs someone to buy. So if you're thinking about going to BlizzCon, or if you're going to the parties and thinking, hey, you know what? I could actually go to the big show too. Hit up Blazin. And if you need to know how to get a hold of him, contact us, because we all have his phone number, so we can work it out. So yeah, let's get someone to buy Blazin's ticket for him.
They call it Air the Monk Father. That's awesome. If we
The
can get him on the
Monk
line, it'd be even
Father.
better.
Oh, his computer just crashed.
Oh, okay. That's all right. That's all right.
Okay.
It happens.
That's all right.
It happens.
What do we got here?
Did he write that in the chat?
He wrote it in the Skype thing that you don't read. But
Yes.
You know what? Why don't we'll mix it up a little bit while he's getting his computer back up. Why don't we get
can bring
Turarts
in-
in here?
let's get
let's do
Turarts
that.
on.
Yeah, we'll get Turarts and then we'll come back and then we'll get some Air. So Turarts, I'm bringing you in.
Oh,
okay?
good idea. Good idea.
Yeah.
You know what? You just think quickly on your feet.
Hey man, we do what we got to do here on the Converted. You know?
Hey guys.
Hey, what's going on, Turarts?
Not much.
We caught you off guard, man. We got you about 15, 20 minutes early. Are you fired up, man? You ready?
I can be. I was gonna go get a drink, but I'm good. So.
Oh,
We
you
can
can't
start.
drink out of your bottle tonight.
No. Actually, it was just gonna be milk because I just had a brownie.
Oh, nice,
No
nice. You're doing it
booze.
right
I have
tonight.
work tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I've got a
so
cough, so I'm drinking a little something to help me.
So how's it going, Turarts?
good. I'm.
How was the
good.
Minnesota meetup? I wanted to
It
ask.
was.
Oh,
It was a lot of fun. I was able to, so we went up early on Thursday night, and then Friday I was able to hang out with Jules and Pat at his house, which was a blast. And funny story, so we played Card Against Humanity, and
oh Lord.
there's a picture that one of them posted on Twitter of it, which is an awful picture. But you can see my husband's kind of sitting on the couch, and then I'm sitting on the floor. And then we leave, and we go home a little while later, or to the hotel. And Matt turns to me, my husband, and he goes, "You were playing it so safe," because he was looking at my cards. And I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't want him to think I was crazy." But it was a lot of fun to play that.
I'll tell you something. Never play Cards Against Humanity with your mom.
Oh, I don't even think my parents know what it is. That would be bad.
Yeah, I'd made that mistake. But anyway.
I do not want to do that.
Yeah, it was bad. Okay, go ahead. My mom was throwing down the dirtiest ones, too. Bam! Yes.
That would be my dad. Oh, God. Yeah, the meetup itself, though, there was like 30 or 36 people there, so there's a lot of people.
Yeah, nice turnout.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It is. And I'm a very, introvert, so for me, it was like, oh, my God, there's a lot of people. But no, it was a lot of fun. We had prizes. We gave away shirts, some cheesy games. And then, yeah, it was a blast. So,
how far were you from there, from the actual meetup?
4.5 hours, which seemed to be about how far anyone who traveled was. Like, Jules was 4.5 hours. There were some people from North Dakota that were about 4.5 hours. So,
North Dakota.
About the travel time, everyone. And then we had a guy from Sweden that came over, too. So.
Yeah,
I heard about that.
Awesome.
He just flew in just for one day and flew back out. That was it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome.
He was really cool. I think he posted a bunch of pictures on the forums from the event. So check that out.
Oh, cool.
That same guy better be coming to BlizzCon.
I don't know. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Got to meet some really great people. And then, yeah, just a social environment. That bar, the Herkimer, has really good food and really good drinks. There's this one, I can't remember what it's called, but it has bacon in it, so you can't go wrong there. And then whiskey and I think Kahlua, and then it's like this huge thick strip of bacon they just shove on top. That was good. So yeah, that was the Minnesota meetup.
That's the last thing she remembers, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a moment. There was a pause there. And a nice
she kind of looked up. She goes, "Yeah, that was good. That was good."
So tell us about the guild events.
Guild events, yes. Not a lot actually right now. 15th is coming up, which means the pet battle tournament. 6 p.m. server, Dolinar's where we meet outside of Darnassus, so hit that up. Trojas is continuing her PvP. She does those on Wednesdays and Mondays. PvP is a fun aspect of the game. It really is. It's even more fun when you play it with guildies because you don't have a bunch of people yelling at you. So if you haven't tried PvP, if you've ever been interested, I would definitely check that out if you're looking for something to do on a Monday or Wednesday. We are continuing our LFR and our world boss runs. We're going to switch it up a bit, though. I'll have more information about that next meeting because I have to have an event planners meeting next Monday. One thing I will say, though, that I noticed, so Asimi does his every Sunday. This last Sunday, I'm not quite sure what happened, but things just got a little messed up, and they pulled a few minutes early. He was trying to get people to slow down DPS because everybody knows that he starts at 11, and it just didn't happen. He tried. And then there was, a lot of backlash in CTRLFG about it because they're like, oh, you start at 11, we're always on at 11. And just kind of as a PSA right here, things happen. We do these events, to get guildies together. It's not really, most people, they don't need the gear at all. And the chance of them getting out is just so slim. It's really just about having fun, helping the few guildies that need it. So when things get messed up, there's still 3 other bosses because Galleon's the first one they pull. It was probably something that just happened. We didn't have control over it. Just keep that in mind. I know it's happened to me, and I feel awful. And then to have all these comments, you're just like, oh, great, I really messed up. And I think that just kind of goes for the guild in general. So my little PSA for the day.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There could be anyone there. There could be some, stupid,
horde thing.
Yeah, someone else pulling it.
It's not a controlled environment, so you gotta just play it by ear. Do what you can.
You gotta roll with it. Gosh.
The bear. Oh, it's my son's
the
bear. It's huge. It's 40, or I can't remember how tall it is. 48 or 50 inches.
That thing is huge.
Music video.
It's peeking over your shoulder.
That thing's bigger than Turarts.
My front room is cleaned, and that's the bear's spot. So usually he's on the floor, and my son body slams him.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's the way your chair is positioned. It's the bear is poking his head over, staring at you.
I just looked. It is a little creepy. Okay.
That's all right, man. That's all right.
Bear.
Creepy bears, we're calling it.
The last events thing I have, the Professions Fair is now live for sign up. And it'll go through the end of the next Converted. So once the next Converted episode's done on the 18th, I'll close the sign up for that. Just a couple things. You'll notice when you go to the link to sign up, it's asking for a first tune, a first profession, a second tune, and a second profession. The reason being is because if I have 250 people sign up and everybody does engineering, I do not think I'm going to be able to get all the mats for engineering. So I'll have to go to second choices for profession. Ideally, everyone's going to get their first choice. That's just what's going to happen. But just in case, I need a backup plan. So that's my backup plan. Other than that, just fill out the form. Make sure your tunes are in CTR. You're not signing up on a tune that already has that profession maxed because that's buttheadish. And then, just make sure you sign up by the 18th. And then because how many mats, I have almost all of my 11 guild banks full for this. We will start shipping mats out as soon as sign up has closed. So if you signed up today, but your friend doesn't sign up until the 18th, you may get your mats today, but your friend may be a couple weeks till he gets his mats.
Okay.
So don't freak out if someone has gotten theirs first. And I think that's all in event news.
That's good stuff, man. You're bringing the knowledge, man. I love it. It's good stuff.
Yep, some serious stuff, and then I know everyone's been wanting the Professions Fair. Quick reminder, it's just main events. We're not doing first aid or cooking this time around, so just, the main professions.
Good deal.
So, and that's it. Good. That's all I have.
Thanks for coming on, man. You're always here, ready to go. Even early today. We caught you off guard, man. Doesn't phase you. Doesn't phase you.
Yeah, thanks for coming. So are you going to be on next week? Or did you said you had a meeting next week?
Well, you guys don't have a show the 11th, so I have
2 weeks.
An event planner's meeting the 11th, and then the 18th I'll have some new event planner things to talk about.
Awesome. Very good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So,
okay.
And if anyone has questions about the events or Professions Fair, go ahead and get a hold of me, ctrguildevents@gmail.com. Just want to make sure you know the email. Okay. I'm done now.
All right, Torx, thanks again. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Take care of
Right.
yourself.
Talk to you later.
Watch out for that bear,
Bye,
man.
guys.
People are saying that the bear's moving. I don't know. Just take
Yeah, people are saying
keep
it's
an eye
moving.
on that.
It might be. I don't know.
All right.
Goodbye, Bear.
Bye, guys.
Take care. That's awesome. All right, so it looks like we got Ayr back, ready to go, man. Let's try to get him in here and let's do this, man. I'm excited.
Okay, here's something that you don't know about Ayr. That y'all probably need to be prepared for. Is that Ayr is kind of a depressing guy. It's kind of a downer. So we're really gonna have to pick up the energy with Ayr.
Well, you could tell him about your trinket.
It's kind of like Eeyore, it's like it's never gonna.
Yo, we got the legendary Mr. Ayr in the house. I think I've heard more stuff about this guy than almost anybody in the entire guild. Like, I've heard your name, dude, since day one, and it's always with like a sense of reverence, man. So we are pumped up, dude. Thanks for coming on the show.
I'm very, very happy to be here, guys. Thank you for having me. It's good. It's the Converted. It's the Converted.
Dude, it's the Ayr, man. Like, this is just like, dude, I mean, like, so man.
It's the Monk Father.
All these names, man. You guys are way too kind.
Nah, man, this is good stuff, man. Like, so.
No, you are like CTR's Chuck Norris, man.
Chuck Norris. I like that.
Chuck Norris can do
Norris
everything.
Is a big deal. He's a big deal.
Yes, he is a big deal. Yes.
Like, I wonder if we've got people that saying that in the chat room, your next if you have a druid tank, it needs to be called Bear.
There's that.
If Ayr leaves the room, you're a raid boss. We've always been talking about that.
Yeah.
If you leave the room, you're Aragon. Oh, I don't know about that one. But chat room, give us some good Ayr-isms if you have them.
There's plenty of those. Some of them happen by accident too. It's nice. It's great. It's great when that happens because the realization that it just like the pun made itself. It's amazing. It's fantastic. If it happens too often, you might even say it's a little arrogant.
Ooh,
Oh!
I like that. I see what you did there.
Touche.
Listen, man,
See
for
what
people
you
who
did
don't
there?
know,
Yeah.
who haven't had the chance to know who you are, man, can you tell us, give us some backstory on Ayr, man?
Ayr is
Because
human.
I gotta know myself, man. Because I tell you, you're a legendary, man. Like you're just one of those people. It's like Ayr. It's like the air. You don't see him. He's just there. Okay,
Right, all the time. He's
I
there
talk
all the
a
time.
lot.
Like when I'm, whenever I'm on, he's online. And what time is it by you right now? By the way.
So I live in Japan currently. I'm in Nagoya, Japan, and it is about 1:45 on Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay.
So he even comes to us from the future.
From the
guys.
future, man.
I'm
Look
from
at
the
that.
future.
From the
Yeah, I'm up there
future.
with just a couple hours away from Spanx and Panderriere and others.
Yeah, well, pretty far away from them, but like in the same time zone.
Yeah, say roughly like an hour difference in a time zone. You know, there's an equator kind of separating us.
Whoa, man! Don't be going no biology on us now. Is that biology?
That's
Geography.
no,
Yeah,
geography.
whatever. It's late.
It's not football. He doesn't
It's
know
not
it.
football, and it's 10:47 p.m. over
early.
here. Whatever. Anyway, so man, what
Okay,
were you
okay.
doing before CTR, man? Like, where'd you come from, bro?
So I started on Kaz Garoth in the Oceanic servers, actually. I didn't start raiding until about 2 months before MOP dropped. So I'm very new to the game, especially
wow.
compared to a lot of others.
Wow.
So I played a Ret Paladin back then, and I started listening to the CTR podcast. It was a really great thing at the time. And I remember walking up the hill. I was going to be meeting my wife for coffee, so I was walking up the hill, and then it had the big announcement.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there. I'm the music. It's just you hear Solar, you hear Coltrane and Pat talking. It's like the clouds opened, a beam of light came down. It drew me to Airy Peak, US. So it took me a couple weeks to think about it. Switched over very quickly, and yeah, I joined that. I think end of January, early February, as soon as the guild started up.
You were one of the first guildies. Yeah, you were within the first group of people that joined. Yeah, and you were on one of the first raid teams as well.
One of the first, yeah, I think the original 25-man raid team.
That's
So-
right.
It was I was an LFR hero before then. I've never done any actual raiding, so the Saddle Senate was the first raid team I ever raided with. So they kind of showed me the ropes of what it's like to be with a group of people talking and mumble, things like that. And it was a fantastic experience. And life kind of took over. I had to make some personal scheduling changes, and so I ended up having to. I joined up with a new team, Iron Deficiency, and after that, kind of split up. Now I'm on the heroic team, working as intended. So that's where I am now.
Awesome.
I tell you, man,
Yay!
when you said that you just
And you
started
guys
playing
got,
this game, go ahead, man. Go ahead, Nav.
Oh no, there was a breaking up. Go ahead, Bill.
No, I was gonna say when you said that you started playing this game and you're as good as you are, anybody that thinks they're good and has been playing for longer should feel bad about themselves right now, dude. You just started playing this game and you're just dominating stuff, man. Whenever I hear about you, man, I'm telling you, like, I'm just totally like, I want to just sit back and just listen right now because it's always like, oh yeah, like, well, he doesn't do it like Ayr does it. You know what I mean? Or they don't do it like Ayr does it. Or Ayr wrote a book and this is what it says. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's like, man.
No, I mean it's one. I guess it's one of the things that I mean, I like playing games. I like anything I try. I like to do well at it.
Mm-hmm.
And so studying up, learning. I play a monk. I have ever since MOP dropped. Learning about the class, being able to really learn how things go, talking to the theory crafters, trying to help out where I can, which is not often because I'm not good with math. But just learning and learning, always trying to improve and work for the betterment of a group as a whole, to bring everything you possibly can to know everything inside and out. I think that's very important. And I mean, anyone can do it. It just takes time. And maybe, as my wife sometimes says, maybe a little bit too much time. But it does work out in the end, I think.
And for any of our new listeners or new members of the guild who don't know, there is a podcast that Ayr is the main Windwalker panel expert on, Monk Meditation. So monkmeditation.com, you can go out there and listen to Ayr, Daikatsu, help me out
Chai
there.
tea.
Is it?
Come on, Nav.
Chai tea,
Blue.
thank you. Oh my God, Chai, I apologize about that.
Friend of the show.
And we got
And a
Adam
new
as well.
brewmaster, Adam from that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And LeBlue also is on there too.
that's right.
And I can't forget Naoyuki as well, helping with Mr.
Neo.
Reader stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
How's the show been going,
Are
man? How you
all
guys
of
been doing?
on it all the time?
When we don't have class specific shows, if they're talking Mistweaver or Brewmaster, then I will leave that to those guys. We've learned that I can't heal, and I haven't tried tanking too much. So I'm typically not on those shows, but otherwise I was able to help out with the Coltrane interview, a lot of the other round tables. So that's the show. That's a bi-weekly show that's opposite of this show. So if you're free at the same time, hey, why not come
awesome.
join us for Monk Meditation? Say hello, join the dojo.
Nice. They even got a fancy saying and everything, man.
We need to say.
Now the chat room's going crazy that Air also owns the auction house for Airy Peak as well.
I had some good teachers in sushi, who you had on last week. But I do all right. I have some places. I'm trying to build a nest egg, so I can afford that Alliance chopper when it comes out.
Yeah.
And you've been,
How much
you've
do you
been
think that's
very
gonna
very
be?
generous with transmog stuff too, sir. Very very generous with that.
Nah. If any CTR member sees anything that I have on there, let me know. I can probably let it go for what I sniped it at, depending.
So how much time do you spend in the AH, man? Is that a big part of your gaming right now, or
No, I mean it's pretty automated. I've maybe spent about 30 minutes a day reposting.
Okay.
And if I'm doing other things, I'll just sit there and snipe or craft. So I try to, do it all at the same time when I have downtime. So maybe only a few hours a week.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
So it's good fun. Most of the time is spent raiding, training to raid, bettering, looking at theory crafting and the program that you use to figure out weights that I can't remember right now.
The
Simulcraft.
Simcraft, isn't it?
Simcraft, there we go.
Was it you, Sal, that would say oh yeah, I gotta have Air Simcraft this for me, or someone said something I want to have Air Simcraft this for me or something. I don't know. How does that work? What is that all about? That Simcraft and stuff. I hear about it, but I've never actually messed around with it.
Yeah, you import your character.
Okay.
And you can set different parameters for what kind of fight you're looking at. And it's a really good way to learn kind of gear choices of how it's going to affect your DPS, talent choices, how it might affect. And if you're one of the classes that really has specific stat weights, it's a good way to determine that. For the Windwalker, it's pretty easy. You just know what you need here, what you need there. But it's a good way to do gear comparisons.
Okay.
Some modules are better set up than other ones for different classes, but if yours is pretty tuned really well, it does help out a ton for kind of eking out that extra, 5k, 10k here when if you're fighting in a rage time, it can really be helpful.
I was gonna say, have they updated the boss mechanics in Simcraft? Where I remember when I was using it, it was always you'd go up, you'd match it against a patchwork type fight. It was a patchwork type. Have they updated it since then for other boss type deals or?
Yeah, and you can do your heavy movement, your light movement.
Okay.
There's something about add and cleave, helter. I think called helter skelter. I forget what that is, but they have a bunch of different options now as well too.
Awesome, good deal.
Yeah, you're not reading the chat room, I'm sure, but these people are killing it in there.
I'm seeing some of this stuff. It's good.
Funny.
I like it.
This is Harry Potter. What?
That is awesome.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Aaron, how much do you think that chopper's going to be? That Alliance chopper. It's gonna be a lot.
Well, I mean, previously the most expensive was the Big Yak, for 108,000 with the guild perks and everything like that. So I'm guessing this would be at least that. If they really want to make it exclusive, they'd pump it up to 200, 250. I would imagine anything lower than 100 would honestly be a disappointment for how much they're talking it up. So
I gotta say, I didn't like the live version of the bike, but I actually like what the animated version of the bike looks like. I don't know. Yeah, it's less shiny. The swords are kind of They look better on the bike. It's still missing something on the front end, but I can look past all that now. I would probably end up buying this mount when it when it
You got
comes
the
out.
kind of you got the kind of cash, man. The kind of cash.
I would probably go broke buying it, but I would
Wow.
buy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Navox was rolling like
Take
that.
it a loan from Uncle Sushi.
Uncle Sushi might be able to do that. Hey, Eric, we had a few people want to ask you a few questions on Twitter today.
Yeah,
And
totally.
Spencer, you might know Spencer. I think
Oh.
maybe you know Spencer.
Do I know Spencer? Nah.
Oh,
No one knows Spencer.
Like my Canadian friend, we had a discussion of we would make awesome neighbors. We've
Yes.
decided this, the common interests, the hobbies, we could go on bike rides, do yoga, laugh at each other's jokes. We could maybe even have a couple puppies that play with each other. Who knows? The possibilities are endless.
That's fantastic.
okay. Well, Spencer wants to
Couple
know,
puppies.
when is the dance party between you and Sunletters? When is that going to happen? I don't know.
I
what
didn't
that
know
is.
Sunletters was a dancer. He's pretty skilled in everything that he does, and it maybe after Heroic Arash is down, which hopefully is soon, we might have to see some magic happen. If you're wondering about seeing such a thing, I invite you to apply to working as intended, because such things will be reserved for teammates only. Sorry, guys.
Stream that. You gotta stream that, man.
Okay, well, Bruce wants to know so you started as a pally, okay,
Mhm.
right? What motivated you to switch to monk?
I like the idea that it was a very fast-paced new class. The idea of the abilities that they had sounded really cool, and it was new. It's new and exciting. It's not really shiny, as it were, but it just was something to try out. And I've always liked the monk kind of style for other various video games. I think the paladin is great. I think my second favorite is still paladin, but yeah, just the play style and the kind of the spell effects and everything was really fun with the monk, and I just kind of fall in love with it. It's been a blast to play. It's really fast, it's really fun, and I'm hoping that stays in Warlords as well.
Yeah, hope they don't nerf it too much. Okay, I've got another one. Blaze, she wants to know. Oh, there's something else about Air. That's right. Okay, she wants to know, what is your favorite transmog set?
Which class?
Let's go monk.
Monk, okay. Lately, I did enter a fire-based one that Jamie beat me on for the CTR contest, which I'm a bit upset about. But otherwise, I do like the PvP, the 550 PvP set for Alliance, or the 522 for Horde. That, plus a couple of katanas and the Shadowpan helmet, looks fantastic. So I really do like that. You look very kind of like, Shadowpan. You look very, very mean, very, very good.
Dude,
Now-
this guy's getting me fired up about transmog. I'm normally and now I'm I'm ready to go transmog.
What I wanted to know was, what race do you like to play the most? Because every time I've seen you,
Yeah, you
or
switch.
you switch a lot. So I'm like, great, we're gonna have Aaron. I'm expecting a Pandaren, and then a Draenei shows up, and then the next time there's a gnome, and the next time it's like, whoa, what's going on here? So, what do you like the best?
Draenei.
Okay.
Period. I like the lore. I like the heroic, the presence they had, the wide shoulders, the way they walk, the way they look. They look like the heroes that are going to save everything. So, Pandaren were fun, a little bouncy. Gnomes, the gnome was a blast to play. You get a couple of giant hammers,
Yeah.
and you're just dipping around everywhere. It looks great, especially as a monk. But I discovered you can't see your character when fighting bosses.
That's awesome.
So that's what prompted the race change to Draenei. So I have 2 Draenei, but I don't have a dwarf, so I might change my paladin to a dwarf, and yeah, who knows?
That's awesome, man. Dude,
Female dwarves are the way to go. Crickets?
Well, maybe in
Really?
expansion.
I like
Maybe,
the beard. I like
maybe
the
in
beard.
Warlords, but
Okay. Okay, that's the end of what I have from Twitter.
Okay.
So, Air, do you have any shout outs?
I have shoutouts galore. Well, it's great because I've been able, since joining CTR, I've been able to raid, pug in with a bunch of teams, and I got a list here of teams. I raid with Stack for Pound, back in the day the Bacon Avengers, Over Easy, Sylvanas' team back, that's
Yeah.
great. Droppin Jeeves, Waaria, I think I've been able to pug with you before. Zaire's team, it's sad to hear about your break now, but it'd be fun to get the opportunity to help out later on. Belshnickle, TOT, First Boss. I was there, man, for the win.
And the only reason that we killed that boss was because you were there, dude. Like, I will hold to this day, man. Like, we're like, oh, we're having a hard time. There comes an Air, boom, 1 or 2 shot, dude. Nah,
So,
Air's bringing
it was fun, and I won the helmet off him too, which is really great. And I feel bad. I felt bad because I won it and then left to go join the South Senate.
You should have felt bad, man, because people were waiting for that helmet for weeks.
Happening with Team Chaos, the Watermelon Initiative, the Broccoli Campaign, Here's the Plan, Slow Down Raiders, 9 to Midnight recently. Of course, Salad Senate. Big shout out to them, and it's just still going on. The old Team Iron Deficiency, and now working as intended, our 10-man heroic raiding team.
Yay!
So big shout out to them.
Yeah.
We rocked it this last prior lockout in one lockout.
Really?
79 total pulls, heroic Siegecrafter and heroic Paragons down.
Wow,
Down.
congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, you guys are crushing, man.
Almost
So-
there.
Yeah, we were locking out again this week to be working on finish up heroic Paragons for our second kill, and then, depending on announcements and vacations, we might be on Garage for a while. So we're all looking forward to it. We're all really, really excited for the prospect of finally getting him down. And by we, of course, I mean, Glaive, Karn, Prima, Spencer, Sunletters, Camps, Kvitch, Part Shark, who braids on his tune Tree Shark, Mazer, and Lovely Hooves.
Nice, man.
That's our 10-man plus me roster we have going on right now. We are recruiting for Mythic because we need more people. And we're, if you check out our thread on the forums, Working as Intended is a great group. And we're looking for heroic raiders. Because, there's a difference between raiding heroics and being a heroic raider. It's many people like to raid heroics, but it's like that drive to figure out every little nuance of your class, to really work as a group that really, I think, pushes groups from, good to great and beyond. And so it's great to see all that happening in the CTR guild community, all levels, but really seeing, some of these higher level teams on Airy Peak, all of them being from CTR. It's fantastic to see.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
otherwise, I think that's shout out to the guys at Monk Meditation, and of course, hey, chat room, thank you guys. Happy to see you. Thank you for the jokes. Yeah, it's a blast being part of this community, and it's really been one of the great things to help me out in some of my downtime here in Japan when I'm not teaching, and to spend some time, with people back home. I'm from Wisconsin, so that kind of community feeling is always really important to me. So it's good to be part of such an amazing community.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. And you're part of it. You're a big part of what makes it so amazing.
And dude, you
I'm-
just got me
I just
fired
talk
up,
a
man.
lot.
This
That's what people know me.
guy's got an energy, man. I love it, dude. I'm ready to do something, man. That's awesome, dude. Now I can see why, man.
All
I
right,
can
well,
see why
thank
he's
you.
so legendary. That's awesome.
Thank you so much for coming, Air. We finally got you on. So we're
Warrior
really
said it
happy.
all, but guys, it's been a pleasure and an honor to be here on The Converted today.
Thanks a lot, man. We appreciate it.
All right, Air. Take care, man.
Take care, man.
Thank you guys. Take care.
Have a good one.
You gotta hang up.
That's awesome.
We're
That's
just like
great.
waving.
So
man, yo,
we actually
he's
have
fired
somebody,
up, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. What I was gonna say was, normally we'd bring Turarts on the show, but we already have Turarts on the show. But we have somebody new to bring on the show this evening.
We have Shield. I don't know what do we call. We always call him Nate.
We call
He's
him
known as Shield Bearer.
Nate Knate. We're going to bring
Knate.
Nate into here.
Knate.
Yes.
Knate, are you ready?
Knate is being brought in.
Knate. Really happy to have had
I
Ayr
love, I love
on.
his picture too. It's like
What's up,
What up,
guys?
Nate?
what's going on,
What's
man?
up?
Ew.
Aw,
Okay.
dude, you're
Sorry,
looking
it sounded
good,
like
bro.
robots
Look
for
at
a
that.
second.
Look
What's
at that
going on
background,
here, man? You're
That's
looking like
awesome.
professional here. What's the deal?
How
Yeah.
prepared are you?
Very, extremely prepared. For once.
Oh, that's fantastic, man.
We've been talking about this for weeks and weeks, and
Yes, we have.
Sal,
I-
introduce what's going on here. What's happening here tonight in the Converted?
Okay,
Get on
well, Nate here, known as Shield Bearer in the guild and on Twitter and in the chat room. He's always in the chat room. He's always here till the very end. What did you say the other day that you're here until when?
I'm here until the singing and dancing starts.
Ooh, yeah.
He said to me,
Starts.
"I'm here until CJ Pete dances." So show ain't over until CJ Pete dances or sings. So we have a new segment. We're just gonna have this every week. And Nate, why don't you tell us about it?
So first, what we're going to do, for those of you who don't know, I'm one of the raid liaisons for Convert to Raid. And my job is to help get your raid team prepared for, what do you guys got to be promoted so you guys can get the that little repair stipend every night. Trying to make sure that your team page is organized so we know who's on your team. Trying to get it's not the fun part, but trying to demote the people who aren't raiding anymore so that we're not draining the guild's economies.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to take a little time each week. We're going to highlight what's going on with teams around the guild. Who's hit major rating milestones. What kind of people, and I just lost my train of thought. Do we have new teams that are forming that are looking for members? Do we have existing teams that are looking for members? Do we have a great story that came out of rating this week? Whatever happens, I'm going to be here every week to report it.
That's awesome, man. That's one of the things
Yeah,
we were
we're not
talking
just
about.
talking about we're not talking about just who did what this week for as far as progression, because a lot of times that's going to be the same. And there's how many raid teams are there now?
Right now we have about 54 active raid teams. We've had plenty more teams that have come and gone. It's getting a little late in the expansion. Teams are falling apart. People are getting burnt out. A lot of teams are merging in anticipation of flexible raid sizes coming in 6.0 and Mythic being 20 man. So we have a lot of people going places. We have a lot of people unsubbing, stuff like that. So I think the last town hall meeting we said we were around 90, but don't freak out that we have a lesser number. Doesn't mean we're any less active raiding over here on Airy Peak.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good point. Yeah, lots of teams merged, or kind of stopped and did stuff. People are getting ready for Mythic, and if some people are kind of taking a little bit of a hiatus, and will be banging it out once WOD hits for sure.
I'm excited about this segment, man. We were talking amongst ourselves. We needed a segment like this for the show because we were all, we've been about the guild and the raid teams. And dude, I'm happy you're going to be doing this for us, man. It's going to be fantastic. Just kind of keeping people up to date as far as what's happening with the raid teams. It's awesome. Thanks for doing that, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm excited to be a part of the show. I love being here every 2 weeks.
Okay, so
All right,
now
so what do we got, Nate? What do we got?
Nate is now part of the team of the converted team,
Yes,
so we're really, really, really happy about that. So we just our family keeps getting bigger, and that's awesome. So, what do you have? Sorry, I keep stepping on people's words because there's a little bit of lag. I apologize, Navox.
No, it's okay. I did it to you earlier. I was gonna say, Nate, what do you have right now? What's going on in the guild? What has happened in the guild past couple weeks?
So to start off, you guys might have heard some rumblings this week or the last week about something that happened with a raid team and Garrosh. That's right.
Yep.
The Panda Punchers have downed normal Garrosh.
Hey, Panda
awesome.
Punchers!
Good for them,
That's
man.
awesome.
Yep, so big congratulations goes out to them. You can find out more information about them or any of our other teams by going out to the forums. I'll give you a URL at the end here. But that's not quite it with Garrosh, is it?
Nope.
Oh.
We had another
Something else
team
happened.
that got to Garrosh. Raid 8 became the first team in Convert to Raid to down heroic Garrosh.
Wow, that's awesome. Now they're called Raid
Yeah.
8.
They're called
Raid 8.
They actually go into Raid 8 in Mumble.
Okay.
And they downed Heroic Gary.
That's awesome, man.
So I'm
Yeah,
not going
that
to do
is,
this every week, but given that it's a special event, I want to give big special individual shout-outs to Boone, Kiala, Zoidberg, Pasha, My Curse, Hot and Dot, Wake Up Fool, Camps, Kleptic, and Yuffie. You guys did an awesome job. There are kill videos in their thread. You can go over to the forums, check it out. It looks really clean, and then Phase 4 happens, and you poop your pants.
Really?
Oh, that's awesome.
Ah,
I'll have to
I want to
definitely
see
check
this
that
kill
out.
video. I didn't
Yeah.
realize there was a kill video.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken to Boone yet about that. So, that's so exciting to get Heroic Gary down and to be the first one in this raiding guild that to beat
Yeah, that's
everyone
pretty
else.
impressive. That is pretty impressive.
That's pretty awesome.
And as Ayr mentioned, working is intended nipping right on their heels, so they should be
There's several
hopefully
groups
getting there.
nipping on their heels. Yeah.
Yeah, we have quite a few teams that are at the Heroic Siegecrafter wall, ours included, which is just
But
Yeah.
we are going to go in there and kick some butt this week. We're going to make some progress, if not down him this week. I have
that's right.
yes. Yep.
So you're like literally on Heroic Gary right now?
No, we're on
no.
Siegecrafter.
We're on Siegecrafter.
Sorry, I was coughing. Okay.
Nate
Okay,
and I are on the same
Siegecrafter.
raid team. We're in a guild
Okay.
called Convert to Raid on Airy Peak.
Sounds like a
And-
nice place.
Stop it. Okay, wait a minute. Papa Pasha, how do you say his name? Pasha Pash says our
Pasha
kill video.
Posh.
There is a swear word for your information at the end.
Oh no.
I imagine
don't blame
a
him.
lot of
It's
kill
a heroic
videos have
Gary
swear
kill.
words.
I think you deserve to have the swear word in there.
I know that ours will not be a clean kill video when we down Siegecrafter. So
What? We're totally the most PC raid team on
I would
raid.
imagine so. I would imagine so. Hey, dude, where's the where's the sheet, man? The blanket, the print. I'm sorry, man. It's
Gone, man.
Is it gone? I mean, like I came
gone.
to appreciate that, man. I came to love that.
I moved and it could not make the move with me.
Wow.
wow.
That's kind of depressing. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It is a little depressing.
Okay,
So
okay.
thank you for addressing the elephant in the
room.
room.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
But
man.
Nate's agreed that if we down Heroic Siegecrafter and we get Heroic Paragons down this month, he's going to buy a zebra robe and he'll wear that instead.
Do you even make those?
I'd be down. We'll find one.
That looks like she's whispering to Navox off screen right there.
No?
Hey.
Just a sec.
Keep
So.
going. Keep going.
Well, listen, man. I appreciate you doing this for us, man.
What
It's
about
good
other raid
stuff.
stuff?
I think he was done, Sal.
No,
That's-
he's not done yet. He's not done.
He's not done.
You're
Just
not done?
telling you, you're not done, man.
Okay,
Well,
I guess I'm
I'll
not
go have
done.
to vacuum or something. So
I tell you what, that tapestry looks fantastic, though. Again.
Oh.
That's. Oh.
So-
Whoa.
what is that?
Wait a second.
What is
All right,
that?
if you're not watching the video,
So this really
That's a snuggie.
is not a snuggie.
it's a
It's a
It
snuggie.
looks like a snuggie.
It is a zebra blankie. It's a zebra blankie.
Hey, did you
and
ship that to her?
I think.
Oh,
I think Nate's
that's impressive.
Nate's looking a little jealous right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can see the jealousy in his eyes. I can see it.
I gotta step up my game now.
That's what jealousy looks like right there.
you know what? I heard you were throwing it away, so I went digging through your trash and I saved it.
There you go. That was,
I'm almost tempted just to go right now. I'm just gonna leave. Yeah.
yeah.
No, I got it at Target. He's in the kids section, but
That's awesome.
it's really hot.
Everyone in the chat room's like, Snuggie?
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you
It's
know
not
where
a
they have
Snuggie,
a
it's a
zebra
blanket.
snuggie in the
No,
kids
it's not.
section? Just go over there.
I guarantee.
Zagnat
I
says in the
guarantee
chat room,
there's-
that's not creepy at all.
Nope.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
So this was the zebra blanket because we were gonna name it like months ago. We were talking about this. We're gonna name it the zebra blankie report or something like that.
Something like that.
So today it was. But next
there you go.
Okay.
Man, I'm digging the monitor in the background too, man. The monitor with the converter on there, I'm digging it, man. I like it. You're looking professional, bro.
Thanks, man.
All right, man.
So, well, I guess the only last thing I'm going to say real quick is that this is the spot I'd normally highlight a new team, but since it's the first week, I just want to let everybody know that there are raid teams recruiting like crazy over on the CTR forums. We got new teams forming, teams looking to fill spots, people looking for some subs, teams recruiting more players for Warlords. So head on over to the forums. If you hate navigating forums, and I know most of you do, I have a URL for you. It is tiny.cc/CTR raid teams. Take you right to the raid team section of the forums, and go have a look around. See if you can't find yourself a team if you're looking for one.
Also,
there's no excuse, right?
Guys, what's that?
There's no excuse to not at least look and find a raid team, man. Like there's
right.
it's out there.
Not to use there's no excuse not to use the forums to find a raid team. But also, if your raid team down something, tweet the CTR Guild at CTR Guild. Let them know what's going on. We'll be able to see. It'll help us out in the long run. Try to keep track of everybody who's killing things as well. Even if you post something in your raid team, if you post something in your raid team thread, sometimes we don't go, diving into the separate raid teams to see, who's killed what.
There's too many. But there's too many.
There's too many. So just tweet at CTR Guild or at the Converted Podcast, and we'll give you some recognition on the show. We like to hear when teams are downing things. We like to hear, folks progressing. It's that's part of the fun of the guild.
But Nate, you have a something on the forum too that you created.
Yes, there's a general progression update thread that you can use to bring things to my attention, because there will be many weeks where I am really lazy and I don't feel like looking through everybody's pages. So
it's impossible to do that. You can't do that. It's I tried it for a few weeks.
It's not even lazy.
I was gonna say not to mention he raids on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So those days, I mean, you're shot after a night of wiping on something or progressing, and you don't have time to deal with it. It's you get busy. So.
So right. Yeah, go check that out. It's an announcement over on the in the team pages section. It's real easy to find. So post some stuff in there, and I'll try to get you shouted out on the show if we can.
Awesome, man.
Awesome.
Thanks for this,
thanks for coming on.
All right, Nate.
We're really excited about your segment.
Yeah, dude.
Me too. Thanks for having me on, guys.
All right, Nate. Take it
Thanks,
easy,
Nate.
man.
Talk to you later, man.
Oh, happy birthday, Navox.
Yes, happy birthday, Nav.
Thanks, man.
Happy birthday, Navox.
All
I
right.
suppose that was all
See
over
you.
Twitter today, but
you,
bye.
Bye.
I feel really, really bad for not knowing it was your birthday.
No,
Yikes.
it's okay. I like to keep it low key, and then Adam, that random geek, blew it for me. So it's like I like to keep things low key. But you know what? Everybody out there who wished me happy birthday on Twitter, thank you so much. That was really, really nice and unexpected. So
we'd sing you a song, man, but last time we tried that, it just wasn't very good.
Yeah, you don't want to do
It-
that. Yeah, no.
It was kind of rough,
Yeah.
It's all good.
It was a really good. It was good for radio. Okay. Do you know what time it is?
It is time, I think, for our chat room shout outs.
No.
No?
No.
No?
It is time to give away a beta key.
That's pretty
Well,
big.
wait, hang on a minute. That is really big. But while we're getting up to that point, chat room, why don't you think about the shout outs you want to give and then put them in the chat room, and we'll read them off at the end of the show. Now, Sal, let's talk about that baby.
I'm just bursting with this. Okay, so Tedlar from the guild has sent us an email offering to give away a beta key for Warlords.
That's pretty awesome.
And we're going to give it to someone in our chat room. So here's what's going to happen. The only way that I could think, okay, Navox wanted to post it in the chat room and just what did you say, room blast it or something?
Fire and forget. Yeah, blast it out to the room.
I
But we understand that
Did-
doesn't,
Yeah.
don't do
Well, I was trying. I just want. Yeah. So what we're gonna do
that. Is you each
I've
have
got
to
that
challenge
random
each
number.
other.
Oh yeah, you have to come on and dance. No.
Sing a song?
So here's what I'm gonna do. Right now, I'm going to look at the list of
Gary's dance party.
the Terry's dance party. No, I'm copying the entire list of people in our chat room. Let's see. Uh-oh. I thought I was going to. This was a lot easier when there was like 20 people in the chat room. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to put it in a spreadsheet, and it's going to assign everyone a number. Let's see. Let me throw it in a spreadsheet real quick. I wanted to wait until now to actually put it in the spreadsheet. Let's see. Okay. Google Drive is. Do y'all still see me?
Yeah, you're fine.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry. Suddenly there are like difficulties here. Let's see. And then paste. And we're gonna give everyone a
Well,
number.
if you have it already and you win, we'll just go to the next person, right?
Excuse me?
No, some people in the chat room saying, don't put me, I have it already. But I just say if there's somebody who has it already wins it, then we'll just give it to the next person.
Yeah, that's just it. We're gonna put everyone on the list to begin with, and then if you have it already, or if you don't want it,
Right, if you're not going to
let
use
us
it.
know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me get this going. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's talk about shoutouts while I do this. This is taking longer than I thought it was going to. I'm sorry.
Not a problem. I'm going to start doing some shout outs here. So just from our chat room right now, we've got a shout out from Exanitus, who has a shout out to all the random people who help the guildies with their legendary PvP completions. So yeah, I understand that's a tough part of the PvP. That PvP portion is tough to go in and do by yourself, and then to get people to do war games. It's nice when people who are just sitting around the shrine anyway, not doing anything, to hop in and help people do that. So yeah, definitely that one. Other than that, I'm going to hop out on the forums and see what we have out there. That's it for shout outs so far. Oh, wait a minute. Something just came in. Shout out to the Asparagus Initiative. They just downed Heroic Siegecrafter. So, Grats
really?
AI. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Oh, is that why there's so many like AI people?
Yes.
In the right now?
Mhm.
Cool. Awesome. Want to make sure. Let's see.
And then we've got Waaria, who says, I have to give a shout out to Troj, a former, what is that? TTH. What is that? Good to have a friend in the guild. And then shout out to Raid Team Unit 91, regular garage progression this week, and Air. Shout out to my wife for putting up with my extreme dorkiness and tuning in to watch the show tonight.
That's awesome.
Shout out to 9 to Midnight for killing 25-man Gary last Thursday. And shout out, let's see here. Shout out to those who run SO and help guildies learn the mechanics. That guild that I was reading off earlier was 10 Ton Hammer. Awesome.
10-ton hammer.
Yeah. All right, let's see. What else do we have
Okay.
here? Mark Conan, shout out to Ashank and his raid team for letting me join in and hopefully kill Gary soon. I need that wolf mount. Great bunch of guys.
Okay, I'm just making sure I have everyone in this. Are there any more?
I'm sure they'll trickle in. You can do what you need to do, and if they trickle in, I'll continue to do them.
Sorry, I thought this was going to be a lot easier to just like copy and paste, and it turned out just like not to be. So I'm sorry. Let's see, because I want to make sure everyone has a chance.
What'd you do for your birthday, man? You do anything cool?
Yeah, I worked. It was awesome.
Dude, you got to take your
Aw.
birthday off, man. I made a decision this past year, Matt. I took my birthday off of work, and I am taking my birthday off of work for the rest of my life.
I'm going to do that from now on. And the thing is, I don't like to do a whole lot for my birthday. I don't like to make a big deal about it. But my wife does make a big deal out of it, and I thank her for it. I come home and she had, my favorite dinner made, and
That's awesome.
she made a really, really nice dessert for me. Yeah, so I have to give a big shout out to Lisa, my wife, who did a whole lot for me today. So it was really, really nice and special. She made it special for me.
Your wife's
but
pretty
yeah,
awesome,
but other
man.
than that, we're gonna go. Actually, we're gonna go see. I'm taking Friday off because I'll be in training all next week. But so I have to take Friday off. But we're gonna go see Guardians of the Galaxy. That's another thing I want to go do.
Been hearing good things about it, man.
I hear it's awesome. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so here's what I've got. I've got a little spreadsheet with the numbers on it for all the people that are listed in the chat room now, and there's a bunch of people in here that I know already have a beta key. So if you win, say I don't need it, please. Okay, so I'm gonna type this because they're gonna say, okay, if you win, don't take the beta key. Okay, so here we go. A random number generator at random.org. Okay, I'm gonna press generate. Zoom. Number 13 pops up, and number 13 happens to be JMud.
JMud just posted, I don't have a beta
Who
key.
just posted, I don't have a beta key.
That's awesome.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
That's crazy. How I'm like number 13 is JMud. Okay. Here we go.
They're probably just hearing it right now because of the delay.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what JMud has to say without me typing it. Congrats! Okay, they hear it. Did I win?
Did I win?
Yes.
Yes, you did. That's awesome.
Congratulations, Jama. That's
congrats,
awesome,
man.
All right. So JMud, stick around a little bit. I want to talk to you. All right. Okay. So I can get you this beta key. Where do you go? Talk to me. Stick around, and you'll get it. Okay. So I think we can just do our own shout outs now, huh?
That's it.
Navox, do you have anyone you want to shout out to?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my raid team, Bosun Hosen. We have been put through the ringer with Siegecrafter now for the past 2 weeks, and we are 100 and I think we're 160 pulls into him, and it's frustrating. And a big shout out to the guys for sticking together. This week we are going to make a lot of progress, and it's that fight's no joke. I mean, when they say that's a wall, it really is a wall. That's not any of the typical other heroic bosses that you're going to experience. And I think still some of the heroic raid teams that go kill heroic Gary still hit a brick wall sometimes.
Right.
It's not a walk in the park. You don't go in there. It's not the same fight every single time. So it's tough. But big shout out to those guys. Again, big shout out to my wife and making this weekend with Comic-Con special and my birthday special and all that. And big shout out to the guild and all of you for the birthday wishes. Thank you very much.
I want to shout out to Tedlar. Tedlar gave us a beta key for one of our listeners, and that's really, really amazing.
That's really awesome.
Yeah. All right, Bill?
I want to give a shout out to Blaze, man. Blazing, for hooking me up with an awesome day in Boston. We had a good time for the Old Spice, keeping me fresh, daily, making sure that everyone continues to benefit from the odor that is Belshnickle, and really just life, man. It's good. I'm happy, man. I'm fired up. I'm glad to be back. So.
Yeah, it's good to have you back.
Yeah, man.
Alrighty. So Navox, you got something to say?
I do, guys. If you're listening to us on iTunes or Stitcher, give us a thumbs up and write us a review, and we'll give you a shout out. There were no shout outs, or there were no reviews this week or anything like that. And I apologize again about last week's show. It won't happen again.
Episode.
The lost episode. We will redo it at some point. But if you're watching us on YouTube, leave us some comments. Subscribe to our channel, and we'll give you a shout out on the show.
Well, be sure to join us next week or in 2 weeks when we have the CJ Pete.
Yo, I'm looking forward to talking to CJ, man. That dude, you never know what you're gonna get with CJ Pete.
Nope, he is full of energy.
Wow.
I gotta work with him beforehand. I want to make sure that his camera is centered because, and I'm not picking on CJ. It's just whenever CJ's like, I'm gonna do a live stream. It's CJ's down here, and I'm like, CJ, I'm sitting up on the top of my screen doing this. I'm like, CJ, and he's like, so CJ, I'm gonna get with you before the next show. We'll work out your camera situation, buddy.
That's awesome. Well, listen, guys, thanks for coming out, man. Chat room, as usual, you guys are the best. It was an awesome show, man. We had a good time tonight. Thank you to our guest and everybody, and we'll see you guys again in 2 weeks. And this episode will go up, I think, tonight. I might actually get a little feisty
Awesome.
and put it up tonight.
Look at that.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, thanks for coming out, guys, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And thank you for listening to The Converted. Peace out.
You can follow us on Twitter at converted_CTR.
And be sure to follow us on our YouTube channel, Converted Podcast.
Also, follow us on our Twitch channel, Converted Podcast, and join us live every other Monday at 7 p.m. server.
You can follow me at summer_sal, Navox at NavoxCTR, and Belshnickle at BelshnickleCTR.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really?